welcome back to GoogleProfitMasters.com. My name is Mark, I'm your host, and this is video number 2 of a little 3-part series. Now if you haven't seen video number 1, please stop right here and go watch video number 1 first. You need to see that first, okay? It has some important information in there for you. Now in this video I'm going to talk some more, first of all, a little bit about how the internet can be so powerful for you that you can see the kind of results that we've been talking about. I mean, I mentioned in video number 1, I'm a former U.S. Navy officer, and I'm part of a small group of people here who are all former military or family members, and we wanted to get you trained up, start making some money for your families. Yeah, we want to actually take our knowledge of online marketing that we use to make money on a daily basis for our families, and we figured out a nice little way where we've packaged up 8 chunks of information, and we're going to give you another chunk of information every time you come through a little $5 program that we're going to be using as a training tool. Alright, and we want you to be able, as you step through level by level and purchase each new level of membership, hopefully reinvesting your profits if you listen to what we're saying. Alright, we want you to be able to get more training, and so that you start to see maybe, first of all, on the order of maybe $300 to $500 a week coming home into your family's bank account. And then a lot depends on the level that you start at, but some people, like I said in the last video, go a little hog wild and they step up to the plate pretty quick. Well, when you're up to about level 4 or level 5, you know, you might be beginning to see on the order of $300 to $500 a week coming home into your, not just a week, I'm sorry, in a day. Coming home into your bank account. It is possible, and you know, go read the levels and see what happens, because like I said in the last video, you know, you purchase a level of membership, you spend that money once, and you know, you're qualified right as soon as that comes through and you've been confirmed on your payment to go market that same program up to that level. And so if you know, an unlimited number of people can come in at that point, and as soon as they do, they're sending their $5 to you when they come through your link. All right, and that's why some of you, I know, are really chomping at the bit, and you want to get up to level 5, which is, you know, it costs $100 to go from level 4 to level 5, because you want to start seeing these $100 bills come rolling into your bank account every time somebody goes from level 4 to level 5. Well, that's okay for some people, and some of you want to be aggressive and step right up, but we're trying to get you to kind of not go too hog wild in the beginning. Alright, and so our recommendation was to stay at $200 or less out of pocket, and more realistic for most of you is maybe $50 or less out of pocket. You know, maybe just do level 1, 2, 3 or something like that, or even just level 1 and 2. And you know, that's $15 out of pocket. So there's a nice range in this program that we're going to be using as our training tool, so that no matter what your comfort level is or what you want to do aggressive wise, or if you want to stay conservative, you can do that. And it gives you the option to do it any way you want, and it's up to you because it's your business, okay? It's your online business that you're going to be starting and using. Now what we wanted to do is, because it has 8 different levels, we want to give you our training materials every time you level up. And I just want to point out, these are separate materials from the $5 program. They're copyrighted and they're separate. Okay, you know, there's the $5 program and the materials that come through that, but then there's our training materials. All right, and please don't be violating our copyrights. All right, now we're counting on being able to also make some profits here on this website. And I mentioned the Wounded Warriors Project is very important and very near and dear to our hearts. Well, as we generate some profits, we want to be able to send some money back through to that too. All right, so that we can hopefully get to the point where maybe in a year or two we have on the order of 1,000 people all generously giving to the Wounded Warrior Project. And if we could have 1,000 people giving $100 because they were happy and grateful, that would be $100,000 a month going to help our wounded warriors. Now that's pretty cool. You don't find too many websites out there trying to do this sort of thing. All right, so you're going to be able to be part of something not only where you make money for your family, but where, you know, you're going to be part of a group, hopefully, of people that are helping our military veterans who've been wounded. All right. So anyway, that was kind of a nutshell of this thing. Now I want to talk to you just for a minute in this video about the power of the internet, because a lot of you don't realize what the internet can do. All right. I mean, we're all used to going to work for an hour, getting paid for an hour. All right. And I mentioned in the last video I had my master's degree, that square thing right there, in electrical engineering, and I got to work at Kennedy Space Center as a Staff 3 electrical engineer. I did that for 5 years, and I got to the point where I was making a little over $30 an hour doing that, and that was great. I liked working on the shuttle, I really did. A lot of fun there. But $30 an hour versus the kind of money you can make on the internet, there's just no comparison. I mean, this is a $340 chunk of change, and that's sort of a typical example of what can happen using the $5 program. And we'll talk about that some more in video number 3, and how that can come in a 1 hour period for you. All right? And in video number 3, we're also going to talk about the details that you need to know when you're getting yourself set up with the $5 program, so that if you want to do it, you'll know all the little sort of administrative details that you need to know. So you got to make sure you watch video number 3. All right, but now what I want to tell you is this. All right, now imagine for a minute that you learned how to make online systems and structures because of the training materials that we want to give you as you come through this link and you join underneath our group. All right, we want to, like I say, give you training materials as a thank you gift. All right, and like I said, these are separate proprietary things that we've put together. All right, now imagine you learned how to set up websites, all right, and in web stores, if you want to set up web stores, and there's some very easy, simple ways to do that, or you can get more complex if you want, all right, but there's some simple, easy ways to do it. Or maybe you want to be just an online merchant, an online marketer, and later on you want to market, things, and be an affiliate marketer, or develop your own programs and your own products that you're marketing, all right. You can do that. Or maybe you've got multi-level marketing things that you want to do. Well, what we're going to teach you is how to set up the online systems and structures that will go and they'll be working for you and your family 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, non-stop. They'll be up online working for you. So even if you're asleep, if you're on vacation, or God forbid, you were hurt in the hospital, or maybe something happened and you were in an accident and you weren't there no more. Well, these things could be working for your family even if you were gone, as long as you could have a little bit of maintenance activity going on, so your family members knew how to keep everything running. Well, this is possible. And another thing that's amazing about the internet is the time you spend making something and putting it up online. It's not like working for an hour and getting paid for an hour. All right, you spend, let's say, just 10 minutes making a video like this. All right, 10 minutes of your life. Well, you know what? That has a strange way of multiplying itself through time, because you drive traffic to your website, and let's say in the next year, 50,000 people come and watch your little 10-minute video. All right, that's like having a football stadium full of screaming football fans. 50,000 people watching your little 10-minute presentation and deciding if what you have as a merchant is something they want. I mean, it multiplies your 10 minutes 50,000 times. That's the power of the internet. And that's why when I talk to you about being able to make $300 to $500 a day or more using even this little $5 program, that's possible. Now, I market other things that are more powerful than that. I have one program, for example, has 3 levels, okay? There's a $500, a $1,500, and a $3,500 level. Imagine what happens if you get 2 or 3 or 4 people in a month coming in at $3,500. All right, 2 people in a month, even just 2 people, that's $7,000 in a month. What happens if that's in a week? All right, well, when you got 50,000 people in a year looking at your stuff, that might happen. All right, so when I talk to you about this money, don't think I'm crazy. Just realize there's some power here that you might not be aware of. All right, so anyway, now go watch video number 3 and get the details on how this works and get started setting things up for yourself. All right, I'll see you there.